اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والقاتل لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق وهذه إلى صراطك المستقيم آله حق قدره وقدر العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. الحمد لله رب العالمين. أفضل الصلاة وتام التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ورضي الله تعالى عن السادة التابعين وعلماء آمنين وأئمة أربعين مجتهدين مقلديهم إلا يوم الدين. أما بعد. This is the third reading of the poem Jawharat Tawhid by Imam Ibrahim Laqqani al-Maliki, and inshallah ta'ala is going to be brief. Like I said, I'm only going to do the reading of the poem from where I left off last week. I'm not going to do any explaining. I did last week Usuluddin I'tiqad al-Muslimin. Last week, that breaks down what is mentioned in this poem. However, I did add a few little details as well. Inshallah ta'ala, after I complete the poem, then I will go on to Usuluddin once again, but with the textual proofs and the rational proofs, inshallah ta'ala. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَالنَّازِلِ الْقُرْآنَ أَيَّ الْكَلَمَاهُ أَنْ حَدُوثِ وَحَدَارِ انتقام. And we affirm that the Quran is transcended beyond createdness. And beware of Allah's punishment for those who state otherwise. All right. فَكَلُوا نَصٍ لِلْحُدُوثِ فَلَا إِهْمِلْ على يقضي الذي قدر. And every text that would seem to indicate createdness, we understand it within the context that it is talking about. ويستحيل ضد صفات في حقاه كالكون في جهاتي. The opposite of these attributes are impossible for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, such as him having a direction. في حقاقي كالكون في جهاتي. وجاء في حقاه ما أمكن إيجادا إعداما كرزقه غينا. And anything that is possible for Allah Most High in bringing into being and bringing out of being, such as his making someone rich. فخلقوا للعباده وما عمل موقق لمن أراد أن يصيل. Allah is the creator of the human being. He is the creator of the human being and his actions, giving success to any for whom he wishes to draw close. وقادل لمن أراد بعضه ومنجز لمن أراد وعده. And abasing the one for whom Allah has willed to be far from Allah, far from Him, whether by disbelief or relatively distant by being a sinful believer, and fulfilling for those He wills His promise. فوز السعيدة عنده في أزلة كذا الشقية ثم لم ينتقل. The success of the success of felicity is from the beginningless eternity, and likewise the one of perdition, and these will not change. وعندنا للعباد كسب كلفة ولم يكن مؤذرا الفلات عارفة. And according to us, the humans, is morally responsible through acquisition without having any effect in that which they do. So reflect, so understand. فليس مجبورا ولا خطيارا وليس كلا يفعل اختيارا. So he is not forced without will, rather he has choice. However, not all of their actions are with their choice. فإن يثبنا فمحض فضلي وإن يعذب فمحض عدلي. So if he rewards us, it is by his mere generosity, and if he punishes us, it is solely by his justice. وقولهم إن الصلاة واجب عليه زور ما عليه واجب. As for their saying that it is necessary for Allah to do that which is best, it is a despicable lie. There is nothing obligatory upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ألم يروا إيا لماه أطافل وشبهها فحاذر mahala. Have they not seen his giving pain to children? So beware of absurdities and the like of this. وجائز عليه خلق شر وخيرك لإسلامي وجهالي. It is possible for Allah to create the evil and the good, such as Islam and ignorant disbelief. وواجب إيماننا بقدر وبقضاء كما أتى في خبيري. It is obligatory for us to believe in destiny and determining as has been established in the primary text. ومنه أن ينظر ولا بضار لكن بلا كيف ولا انحصاري. And from the possible is for him to be seen with eyesight, however, without how and without encompassing. منيني إذ بجاءزي علوقت هذا وللمختار دنيا تبتب. This beholding occurs in the hereafter for the believers, because it was condition of something possible, and with this it occurred to the chosen one in this life. ومنه إرسال جميع الرسل فلا وجوب بحد. And from the possible for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending the messengers. This is not obligatory upon Allah, but rather it is from his mere generosity. لكن بذا إيماننا قد وجب فضع هوى قومي بهم قد لعب. However, it is obligatory for us to believe in the messengers. So leave the desires of those whose desires have deluded them. Leave the vain desires for those whose vain desires have deluded them. وواجب في حقهم أمانة وصدقهم وضف له فطانة. It is obligatory for them to be trustworthy, true, and intelligent. It's talking about the prophets and messengers. And the last line that I'm gonna say tonight, and I'm concluding with this one. And inshallah, next Tuesday, I will continue with the next 20. ومثل ذا تبليغه لما أتوا يستحيل ضدها كما روى وولا. And likewise, they conveyed tabligh, they conveyed everything they command that they came with, and the opposite of these are impossible for them, as they have mentioned. They can't they tabligh, they conveyed the message that they was ordered to convey. So subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahim wa salatu wassalam ala rasulil kareem. Ameen. I just wanted to furtherly add that the reason why I chose to read this text, because one is not read much, and there's not a whole lot of people that know about Jawharat Tawhid, except for those the people of knowledge and those students of knowledge that have went over the text with teachers, and has an unbroken chain back to the author. This is also one of the texts. Also, also another reason why I chose to read this text is solely because this text has not been um, forged or tampered with by by publications that choose to use the Aqidah of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah to distort it, to distort creed of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, distort the text. And many texts have been written on creed, but they're not actually talking about the particular creed. They're wrote as refutations of that creed, because the creed of Ahlus Sunnah contradicts their creed. And I'm not going to get into all of that because it goes into uh, theology, goes into kalam, ilmu kalam. And basically this text is a text of kalam, but it's more so designed or set up to memorize. Also, it hasn't been, no one has tried to corrupt this text, like I said. So inshallah ta'ala, everyone have a blessed evening, and I'll continue next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.